Hey there, kids. Well, New Year has just happened, and on New Year's Eve a few days ago, I found myself singing an old favorite song. It was by a band named ABBA from 1979. That's a long time ago, but ABBA was one of my favorite bands back then. And in 1979, they put a song out on the radio called Happy New Year. And it was important because we were switching from all the years called 1970-something into all the years called 1980-something. We're going from the 70s to the 80s. And Happy New Year was a song my mother and I listened to on the record player. You can look that up on the radio a lot of times. And Happy New Year, Happy New Year. It wasn't a hit, but it was a beautiful little piece of music about the changing from one year to the next year, or actually from one decade to the next decade. ABBA was a band that wore a lot of crazy clothing with a lot of glitter on it. So that's why today I put on my favorite glitter sweater for you, just to kind of help get you in the mood about ABBA and how wonderful their music was. I can still hear them. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, now we may. Anyway, you can go look it up on YouTube sometime with your parents or grandparents. It's a nice song, and it's a good memory. It reminded me this year of how wonderful it is to turn into a new year like 2021. We have lots of hopes and lots of dreams, and we remember all the good times that we've had in the past. Not necessarily just 2020, but maybe 2019 or 2018 or 2012 or whatever years we've had that were good years with good friends and family. We remember on New Year's Eve and on New Year's Day and at this time of year. All those kind of memories got me thinking about why we come to church, or why we follow Jesus, or what we should be doing when we are at church. So much of being a church is about memory. Not just the memories of people we've known at church before, or elders who've blessed us, or as we'd say, the saints who've gone on before us. But more importantly, being a Christian, being a church person, is about remembering Jesus' teachings and Jesus' actions. We have to remember them to each other. We have to say to each other, hey, do you remember that Jesus did this? Or do you remember that story about Jesus doing this, or that story that Jesus told his disciples about the Good Samaritan, or about the widow and the lost coin, or about the shepherd and his sheep? We always are remembering as Christians, as people who follow Jesus. We have to have memories of how Jesus lived and how Jesus loved, and taking time every Sunday or maybe every day to remember with each other what Jesus did that was so fantastic. The big love that he shared in the world will help us be better people ourselves. Remembering those good memories of Jesus will help us be better people for the world, because then we'll remember to love like he did, to serve like he did, to act like he did. And in that way, our memories of Jesus will become our present reality, and they'll become our new way of living. May it be so. Happy New Year.